Well, hello, my name is Daniel Bermudez. I'm going to talk about Venezuela and its present and some cultural and social aspects. First of all, I'm going to talk about geography. Venezuela is located in South America, bordering Colombia, Brazil, and Guyana, and in the north of the country, it has the Caribbean Sea. It has 28 million of people. The most populated city is Caracas, their capital, but it has been losing population little by little. Their official language is the Spanish. Well, then I'm going to talk about government. It is a federal republic governed by a constitution headed by a president. It has been an ideology towards Chavismo cult to its former president identified as civil military movement. Nicolas Maduro, the president, is the successor of ideology spoken and great cause on the state of the country today. On July 5 of 1811, Venezuela becomes an independent country and celebrates that national day. Well, something about their present. The country official currency is the bolivar. However, the dollar has been used illegal due to the devaluation countries. The country economy has been quite deteriorated through the years due the bad government, and this difficult to get out of this situation. Something about the cultural things about Venezuela is a country well known for its food, especially the arepas. The more recognized sports is the baseball and the urban music culture. Well, something about social behavior. The emotional response that the country has had in recent years is aggressive and has become notorious in the economic and the social labor satisfaction and in the same welfare has lost objectives and subjective service. About social problems, the most important in these aspects, the emigration that is most known about us. A larger number of Venezuela citizens have left the country due to the crisis. A clear example is in the year 2015, when around 10,000 people left for Colombia, and today there are around 1.7 million of people of the country. Another reason is for the young people is in search of they're going to search a job opportunity for a good life project. Another social problem is the education. Education has been affected with 50% abandonment, which will show the image of the country in the recent years. Well, another important thing, social aspect, is the unemployment. The country suffered one of the worst declines in the recent years. If the government had taken different course of it will be different. In 2021, it had 59% unemployment people, in which the industrial sector went into crisis and went to bankrupt. Well, then the quality of life in Venezuela has been considered one of the poorest countries in Latin America, with 48% of the households and the same population considers that they don't have a good life. It is also one of the leading countries in crime, evidenced both in the country and abroad, having a very bad image. The business decisions, the national companies being dependent of the government declined, and where affected companies will try to better by decreasing operating capacity, which raises the prices of the products. Unfortunately, many of the professionals emigrate from the country, searching better opportunities. Well, if I have a technical, in case of hypothetical trip, I would like to go to most affected zones to be able to analyze and study the conditions in which they live. Besides This to able to visit the industrial zones that move the commerce inside the country, and for it, and more important for me, to hear the testimonies of the people that will live in there, and also the immigrants in Colombia, for example. Well, some of the during this process, we were able to observe the reality of many countries. In this case, Venezuela, which is going through one one of these worst moments in all the times, as well to empathize with the immigrants we will live with in our days. Well, during the project, you can see the social help that can be done with the people of that country. You can begin to understand many situations and empathy towards all citizens, how forced to leave their country in search of opportunity and in this complicated context. Well, so how can I apply these projects for my career? I am an engineer, industrial engineer. First of all, distribution of materials. The country has the capacity to produce and export many products. In it is not able to distribute them in the country because the inflations and the costs are increasing normally. The other aspect is the resource availability. Venezuela is a country that has many resources, mainly the oil. However, the country has no know how to distribute that and exploit that resource and the oil. Well, and finally, the business logistics. One of the problems is the localization of the distribution centers of the many companies, which are far from the high demand control points. So this is a very important aspect. Finally, the peace and prosperity in Venezuela. In this country is very complicated at the moment. The people are not happy, and the only way to move forward is to change the government. However, the quality of the people that abound in the country is incredible, and it is expected that in the future the country will enjoy the good experiences. Thank you.